Badger Lake began thousands of years ago when glaciers carved their way through the mountains, leaving behind the quiet basin that would eventually fill with water. Long before anyone called this Oregon, native people traveled through these forests to hunt elk and deer and gather huckleberries. They also crossed the Cascade Range. These mountains weren't the destination, they were home. The lake you see today isn't exactly the one they knew. In the 1950s, small dams raised the water level to provide irrigation for farms east of Mount Hood. Nature shaped the lake, and people quietly reshaped it. Then in 1984, everything changed again. The surrounding Badger Creek wilderness was placed under federal protection, ensuring these forests would remain wild for future generations. Badger Lake is made up of 3 trails primarily. The first trail is Bennett Pass. The second one, I believe, is Bennett Pass 2. And the third one is Badger Lake via Bennett Pass. We did not get the opportunity to go down Bennett Pass 2, so I'll only be speaking for Bennett Pass and Badger Lake via Bennett Pass. This is currently rated on X as a 6 out of 10. That's for the beginning of the trail. That's beginning of Bennett Pass. That's right when you get there. I would actually say that's wildly inaccurate. I would rate the beginning part closer to a 3 or 4 out of 10. When I read the on-X kind of like info about Bennett Pass, I was under the impression that it would be a lot more difficult. I do think it's fairly difficult, not from the like super crazy obstacle perspective, but more from the like if it were wet or muddy, I could see this being really bad. Granted, a majority of the year this is wet and muddy, so I understand why it was rated where it was rated. The second half, it took us to Badger Lake, is rated a 4 out of 10. I actually think that's incorrect as well. I would rate that one higher than the first one, probably as a 5 out of 10. Assuming that there is snow, it recently rained, I could see that trail being a lot more technical. It's not super narrow. I know no one really wants the pinstriping or any of that fun stuff, but as I look at these trails, most of the time you see photos, they are from, it's kind of snowing and all that good stuff. But yeah, super wide. I think most any vehicle could go up and down that trail very, very easily. It's about 2.5 hours. Just the second section took us about 2.5 hours. The first section, it actually doesn't have a time that's rated. I think you can get through the first section in about 40 minutes. And the second section, I think is pretty fair to say it does take about 2 hours. Just made our way to Badger Lake. Never been here before, never heard about it. We took the Bennett Pass over here by Mount Hood. Ton of fun. Highly recommended. It's a long trail, so make sure you take your time. You're going to need the whole day to do it. Bronco did fantastic. My buddy's 4Runner did fantastic. Ton of fun. I aired down to about 25 when I got here. I think that was perfect. You're welcome to air down more if you'd like. It's purely for comfort. There's no need to air down beyond that. Let me see if I can flip the camera here. It's super beautiful. Small little hike over to the lake. Wow, guys, please let me know if you've heard of Badger Lake before. I've never heard of this place. It is phenomenal.